All right, students, we are back. So in the last video, I mentioned the vocabulary and the background knowledge. The background knowledge could be anything that is related to the topic. All right, yeah. Even in writing, like you have to do something like this. Yeah, just write something like a background information, and then the title, like to say something about the topic. Yeah, and then of course you have to have vocabulary, right? Yeah. So it seems use English, you can also learn something about writing as well, right? Yeah, okay, fine. All right, we move on. And so after the vocabulary, after the testing or like knowing or, trying to recollect some knowledge that you already have on that particular topic, we move on to pre-reading questions. Okay, so you should already know step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Yeah. So what are the pre-reading questions or anything that you can ask about the topic? So here we go. Yeah. Which of the following sources of energy are used in Taiwan? I'm reading it a bit slow because this level, you should know, it's for B1 and maximum B2. Yeah. So which of the following sources of energy are used in Taiwan? Sources of energy. So those are the key words, all right? Energy and source. And how popular are they? So what do you have to do? Again, if you don't have any ideas about energy sources in Taiwan, though you live in Taiwan, but still you don't have any idea, what you have to do is again search online. Whenever you learn something, always make use of the sources that you have. The resources. I mean. So here we go. And if you're not sure what do I mean by sources of energy, sources of how energy is created. Yeah, these are the sources of energy. So here we go. Yeah. All right. So we got some pictures as well to guess. Yeah. So right now the PBTs, is a bit advanced, right? Yeah. I just typed the words and the pictures pop up. Yeah. I don't have to really, find the pictures online. Yeah. So the first one is again, keep it in mind. These are all sources of energy, right? Yeah, the first one is gas. Yeah, produce gas. You should know the meanings of these words. These words are basic English words. Okay, some difficult words I think I already explained. Yeah, oil, coal. Yeah, COAL, coal. Yeah, and wind power. Yeah, produce energy from wind. Yeah, the force of the wind. Right, and water. Yeah. Nuclear power, yeah, that's our topic, and then solar power, yeah, and is there any other power that you know? Can you think of any other sources of energy, like where you can create energy? Wind, like air, water, and gas. See, it's all there, right? Yeah. All right. So the question is, what do you know about like Taiwan and what kind of energy sources they use? Yeah, so try to read. Yeah, that's my point. And homework for you. You have to write a few sentences. I always, I time and again I remind you, you don't just watch the video because that is not the purpose. Yeah, if you just watch the video, you might feel it's a little bit too long, and there are a lot of repetitions. Yeah. And so what you have to do is you always have a notebook or a pen and a paper, and take down some notes, yeah, and also write the homework, the assignment, or the questions, answers. You have to do it. You have to keep on doing it. You have to make yourself active, right? Yeah, don't be too passive in just listening to what I say. Okay, so do you have a paper right now? Yes. Yeah. You have the internet access, you have your smartphone, or you have your computer, so everything should be ready. Yeah, that's because it's more like self-study as well. Yeah, the teacher, I don't think I should tell you like what you have to really do. Yeah, you need to tell yourself, okay, this is the time to learn. Let me learn. Yeah, let me try to find different ways to learn from the lectures. So here we go. What is this? Yeah, the question is, write at least a sentence about these energy sources. So first, you can do something like this. Yeah. First, what do you know about oil? Yeah, can you write a sentence about oil? Yeah, oil, the energy source. Yeah, where do you get oil? Yeah, or like for example, you can say, which country exports oil? Which country imports oil to Taiwan? Do you know anything about it? Do you know Taiwan produces oil? Is there any place where they produce oil, like in the ocean or in the where else? Ocean or somewhere? Okay, anywhere in Taiwan. I'm thinking of mountains, but I don't think you can get oil on the mountains. Maybe you don't know. Yeah. All right. So say something about or write something about oil. What do you know about oil? Or you can also say something about it. It's also fine. And gas, yeah, gas, oil. What's the difference? Gas and oil. And coal. What do you know about coal? I think I remember I mentioned this. Like in Taichung, they burn the coal to produce energy or electricity or power. Yeah, and as I know, but we have to double check. Yeah, this information that in Taichung they burn the coal and produce electricity not just for Taichung, they also produce electricity for I heard even for Taipei. Yeah, I guess I double check this information. Yeah. So they burn the coal, yeah, and then produce the energy. That's one of the reasons even people talk about the pollution in Taichung, yeah, because of burning the coal, yeah. All right, and the next one is wind, yeah. Wind power. Have you seen like the wind turbines, like big, huge fans, yeah? In Taichung, if you go to the Kaomei thing. So there's one place that is it's like where you can see lots of, yeah, I think quite a few, yeah, wind turbines, yeah. So whether they produce energy, whether they produce electricity and water. So is there any place where they produce electricity using water? Yeah, like maybe they built a dam, yeah, and then they try to produce energy from water, yeah. In Taiwan, you see, it's all everything again. The question is, as you can see, it's all about Taiwan and the energy sources, okay? And then nuclear power. Even I want to know, like nuclear power plant, can you make a sentence about nuclear power plants? Yeah. The homework is you write a sentence and you talk about it and try to relate to Taiwan, because that is a question, right? Yeah. Nuclear power plant, which cities you can see nuclear power plants in Taiwan? Talk about it, and what do you know about nuclear power plant, or some information like how much they spent in building a nuclear power plant or nuclear reactor, what kind of materials they use, yeah, how safe is it, yeah. You can say something about the nuclear power. And solar power, yeah, this is the latest not a trend, but people talk about solar power, like how to use the energy, the solar energy to produce electricity, right? And then, is there any other source as well? If you know any other source, you can also write it down at the bottom. You have a space where you can answer some questions. You can write sentences. So do that. Okay. All right. This is for now. And in the next video, we will again talk, or I'll give you more pre-reading questions. All right. Okay. See you then.